Anytime I pick up a pen and get creative, it makes me feel a feeling that I almost can't describe. It makes me feel, alive.
Scott Feinerman grew up in New Jersey in a family of 5 with an older brother as a role model.
We were closer than anything in this world. He was always looking out for me and making sure that I wasn't getting into trouble. Just raised to just be a good boy, you know what I mean?
But when Scott was 9 years old, his world came crashing down.
We were all wrestling in the backyard and things got carried away, and it was a tragic accident. My brother had died on the way to the hospital, and my parents came home that night, and I said, "Where's Andrew?" And they said, "Well, Andrew's not coming home." From that point on, I was just a troublemaker. I had lost my brother, and I felt like I had lost my way.
In hopes of finding a new beginning, Scott left his home, moved to South Florida, and along the way, used doodling as a way to cope with his loss. But it was 3 years ago that his life would change forever. That was the day he met Arlene Coute at her studio.
I saw him sketching in a small sketchbook, and I thought what he was sketching was amazing.
That was the beginning of a mural named Free, a huge piece that kickstarted Scott's artistic career.
I never knew I had that in me. So if it wasn't for Arlene hosting these events and having people come create, then I would have never created the piece.
And that was just the beginning. Since then, Scott has painted artwork on crosswalks, buildings, and even published a coloring book created to help others cope with loss, just like he needed to do.
I guess it took me to another place every time I would create and put another page into that coloring book. That coloring book could have been that for somebody else. So when I finished it, I saw people were coloring it in and enjoying themselves, and it made me feel amazing.
The light I saw shine in his eyes, it was just like mind-blowing. And knowing that I was a part of that I could help him facilitate that, made me feel really good as well.
And throughout this whole journey, Scott signs every piece of work as Andrew Scott, a tribute to his older brother.
And I decided that I would name my artist name after him, Andrew Scott. This way his name could live on forever through my artwork.
Given the situation, he could be very negative. He could be, but he's not.
He found the strength through his artwork, and he's had to work hard, to continue, fulfilling his passion and his dream.
I'd say it's definitely given me a new life. The stuff that I've done has definitely made me a better person. I'm doing what I have to do to be the person I've always wanted to be,
Reporting for UMTV, I'm Amanda Fuentes.